So I've made it to the great symbol of Paris, the Eiffel Tower. Now, because the Olympics is coming up in the next couple of months, it's a lot more chaotic than normal. There's lots of construction work going on, so it's a little bit different than what you might expect. With it being Paris's biggest tourist attraction, as you can imagine, it's extremely busy. The great part about this part of Paris is there's so much to see. You have the Grand Palace, only about 5-minute walk away from here, and same goes with the Arc de Triomphe, which is where I'm going to head now, after having a good walk around these grounds and get a good feel of this area of Paris. Just a short walk across the bridge over the Seine River is a street filled with trees and walking paths. This gives a calmer view of the tower with a relaxing walk next to the river. I then noticed a group of people lower down, so I made my way through the joggers and families to get closer to the river. On the way to the Arc de Triomphe now, I'm just walking along the Seine River. So obviously you can still see the Eiffel Tower in the background. And like I said, it's just a short walk to these famous tourist attractions, which makes it a really easy place to get around. And like I said before, the Olympics this year is being held here in Paris. So you can only imagine how busy it's going to get in the end of July. And as always, when I'm on my travels, I try and think of somebody perfect to draw to represent the city or country that I'm in. And for me, Paris, the European Championships this year, it's got to be Kylian Mbappe. So Kylian Mbappe now, he's got to be one of the most famous football players in the world. And he's starting to rival the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi in terms of his reach and appeal across the world. His footballing ability speaks for itself. He's already one of, if not the best player in the world, so that bit's taken care of. But to be that global superstar, you've got to be able to take it to that next level. And he clearly is and has. And as I'm here in Paris right now, the European Championships are ongoing. So I had lots of cheering last night when France won. So it's nice to be a part of the atmosphere when a team is doing well. However, Mbappe did break his nose, so I think I'll either put that in my drawing or I might be fair and keep it looking as good as possible. But for now, I'm going to leave Mbappe there, keep seeing the sights of Paris, and towards the end of this video, I should have gathered enough information and enough inspiration to start my drawing of Kylian Mbappe. So let's see how it goes. After walking past many beautiful Parisian buildings, I came to one of France's most famous landmarks, the Arc de Triomphe, a huge commemorative arch which is a symbol of French national identity. This reads, "Here lies a soldier who died for his country. The story of an unknown soldier who died during the First World War with the eternal flame of remembrance." The Arc de Triomphe is a monument to commemorate those who died during the Napoleonic Wars and French Revolution. It's on an extremely busy roundabout which surrounds the Arc de Triomphe, and there's no direct path to get over to this side, so you have to sort of try your best and dodge a few cars and a few vans, which isn't ideal, but to be fair to the cars, they're quite understanding. I think they're probably used to this happening all the time because, again, it's extremely popular and one of the symbols of Paris. There's one more reason why the Arc de Triomphe is so iconic, and that is because it's attached to the Champs-Élysées, which is a very long stretch of road, which I'm going to walk down now. It's got trees on both sides of the road, and it's been used for all sorts of commemorations over the years. I'm sure it'll be used for the Olympic Games in the next month or so, and every year for Bastille Day they always have a parade. So again, it's a very popular part of Paris, and I'm going to head down there now and take my first view of it to see what I think. And this is the traffic you have to try and dodge. Not the most ideal thing. I tried to time my run to avoid the cars, and this time it worked perfectly. So after successfully dodging the traffic, I'm now walking down the Champs-Élysées, which is a very long road which connects the Arc de Triomphe and a public square called Place de la Concorde. It's also one of the busiest commercial streets in the world, and also one of the most popular. There's shops and restaurants everywhere. Walking through somewhere like this in Paris, you get one side, which is the classic cafes, but also the slightly over-the-top brand marketing. But it's things like this which makes the Champs-Élysées so popular. It caters for everyone's needs, and it also simply provides a good place to walk. It a little bit earlier on, but you can see with all the construction work that's ongoing, whether it was the Eiffel Tower or the Grand Palace or on the Champs-Élysées, you can see what a big deal these Summer Olympics are for Paris. It's such a worldwide event, and it can make or break a city. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they get on, because you can see the effort that they're putting in. Even ahead of me now, you can see a lot more scaffolding, trying to make the place look as good as they possibly can. In the next month, they have a bit more work to do, but I'm sure it's all on plan. So right now, I'm in quite an unusual part of Paris, which is the Île de la Cité, which is basically an island in the middle of the Seine River. And it's on this island where you can find the very famous Notre Dame Cathedral, which was damaged in a fire about 5 years ago now. And even though it's not open yet, it's quite interesting to see what condition it's in right now. This is the Notre Dame Cathedral. I have always associated it with The Hunchback of Notre Dame, a book and Disney film from my childhood. But in April 2019, a huge fire engulfed the cathedral, which threatened to destroy it forever. But as you can see now, it is in great condition. It wouldn't be a real trip to Paris without looking at the different types of confectionery and patisserie, or walking past vibrant cafes and the traditional boulangerie. In that same vein, a short walk away shows two of the oldest houses in Paris, dating back to the 15th century. These are compared to a street of colourful houses nearby, showing the architectural differences of this great city. I love to explore new places for the first time, but I'm always thinking of my artwork in the back of my mind, which is why I love to combine my two loves of travel and art. So a trip here to the Louvre Gallery was always on my list of things to do. However, it will play a bigger part in another video coming very soon. So after visiting the Louvre Gallery and doing plenty of walking again today, I decided to have a little bit of a break, a little relax in the Luxembourg Gardens. It's a very nice day. You can see around me there's lots of green, lots of flowers. So it's a nice place to finally relax, and I'll just find somewhere to sit now. And now this is the last part of my Paris trip as well. So I'm going to go and get some food from somewhere, and then I'll have to get my bag and head to the airport. But I've loved it. It's actually been my first time fully exploring Paris, and I've loved it. It's quite similar to a lot of European cities, but you know, you have them iconic parts like the Eiffel Tower, like the Louvre Gallery, the Arc de Triomphe. So it's great to finally see these amazing parts. So after enjoying the sun for around 30 minutes or so, I think it's time to bring an end to this Paris trip. And I'm going to head back now, get my bag, head to the airport, and then I can complete my drawing of the Paris-born French legend Kylian Mbappe. As I headed back, I came across the Place de la Bastille, which is where the Bastille prison once stood. The storming of the prison in 1789 became a symbol of the French movement, and now the July column stands in its place, commemorating the Revolution of 1830. All that was left to do was to start my drawing of a new French hero, a World Cup winner for his country, and top goal scorer ever for the city's team, Paris Saint-Germain. This is Kylian Mbappe. was thinking about that second layer to my drawings. I can't see anything else other than a blue of some sort. And I would also like to incorporate their famous tricolour flag with the blue, the white and the red. Despite not living too far away from Paris, I had never explored the city, so to finally be there and soak in the atmosphere has been amazing. Like everyone else, I can't wait to enjoy their Olympic Games, watch Kylian Mbappe's new journey at Real Madrid, and of course, visit again in the future. Maybe next time, trying some frog's legs and escargot.